Okay, PTM here. Prop the mic. Good afternoon, everyone. Screen looks a little bigger today. Coming to you with the first Prop the Mic solo pod. Our buddy Dave is out of commission. He caught a little stomach bug and has been dealing with that since last night. So we're going to let him recover, rest, hydrate, come back nice and strong tomorrow. But there's a couple nice plays for today that I didn't want to let the day pass without pointing out. And I also I updated my impact game spreadsheet, brought it up to date a bit. So we got some new metrics we can look at to see matchups to target and such. So this is going to be a little bit of a change. Normally Dave handles the previews, but I'm going to give it a shot here. Starting off tonight, first game is an exciting one. Lakers traveling to Cleveland. LeBron back home in Cleveland. So that's always interesting. The spread is 5.5. Cleveland's giving 5.5 to the Lakers, and that's where the sharp money is on Cleveland minus 5.5. The over/under is 225.5, and sharps are on the over. So they're expecting some scoring tonight. Here's what I got to look at in this game. So this new, the updated matchup spreadsheets, defense versus position that I like to refer to. This one really popped out. So bigs versus the Lakers are. There's been 14 impact games so far this season, which is a big number. I'll compare it to just so you can see. I'm also going to talk about bigs versus Cleveland. There's been 8 impact games by bigs against Cleveland, whereas there's been 14 impact games by bigs against the Lakers. So something we're definitely going to want to look at. In those 14 games, bigs are averaging 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. So here's what I like. We got Jared Allen not playing. So Evan Mobley is the main big man for the Cleveland Cavs. His line tonight on points is 14.5. It's minus 125. He's done it in his last 4 or 5 games, and he's done it in his last 7 out of 10 home games. So I like Mobley here to get the 15 points. But I might like this next one even more. His line on assists is 2.5, and it's plus money. It's plus 110. And listen to this. So in home games, he has cleared this number, 2.5, in his last 9 of 10 home games. And he's also cleared it in 7 of 10 overall. So definitely like Mobley. Both of these plays on Mobley tonight. Might even be interested in maybe putting them together as a parlay, but I think this is a pretty easy one. And my only play at the moment on the Cleveland side. So let's shift over to the Lakers. Bigs and forwards have had some success against Cleveland, more so than any other position. They're pretty tight against the against guards. So you've had 8 and 9 impact games by bigs and forwards, respectively. So in my chart, LeBron and AD are both classified as big men, but they also, depending on who you speak to, maybe could be classified as a forward. AD does not like to play center. Likes to consider himself a power forward. So take that for what you will. But both their lines on points tonight are 26.5. LeBron's at minus 130. AD's at minus 110. I love LeBron going back to Cleveland. It's a game he needs to win. Going up against, this isn't a garbage Cleveland team like the past few years when he's played them again. They're actually, one of the top contenders in the East. So I think LeBron will for sure come out to play tonight. If you look at some of his historical success scoring, so he's cleared 26.5 points in his last 6 of 8 overall. He's also done it in 6 of 8 road games this season, and he's cleared that line the last 2 times he's played the Cavs. So I like that because of the narrative of returning to Cleveland and some success. But you have his partner in crime, Anthony Davis, who's just been on a tear lately, putting up 55, putting up 40-something the game before. So his line is also 26.5, like I said, minus 110. He's done this in 6 straight games on one-day rest, and he's also done in his last 7 of 9 overall. So I think they could both get there tonight. You got 225.5 points, so and the sharps are on the over, so there'll be some scoring, and I think they both have a pretty good chance. So that's all I have on that game for right now. But we can move along to Detroit, Miami is the next game up. Where's Dave when I need him? The Detroit is getting 7 points. It actually opened at 8.5. It's been bet down to 7, so you can definitely see then that's where the sharp money is. Definitely money coming in on Detroit. I think probably Miami just doesn't look right. They're on a back-to-back. They do have, they lost to Memphis last night without Ja or Bane in the lineup, and Miami had everybody, Butler, Bam, Hero, and they still lost. And I believe they were up 15 at one point in that game and ended up losing. So I'm actually feeling Detroit in this game as well. I should, before I forget, the over-under is 220.5. Sharps are on the under, which I kind of agree with. I think, the young Detroit team on the road going up against the kind of not sure what's going on Miami Heat team on a back-to-back. Things are up in the air. So I think I like Detroit with the points and the under as well in this game. But going to the matchups, here's what was really popping out. So by far and away, forwards have been crushing the Heat. They've allowed 13 impact games so far this season by forwards, and I think the next in line is big men, and it's less than 10. I think it's 8 or so. I can tell you right now. Yep. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. It is 8. So anyway, so forwards are who we're going to want to target, and Detroit has 3 guys who are classified as forwards. Actually, 2 of them. Marvin Bagley is on my sheet classified as a big, but we can look at him as a forward if we want. But the 2 guys who are classified as forwards are Bogdanovic and Sadiq Bey. So let's start with Bogdanovic. I should say in those 13 impact games by forwards, here's the average line: 27 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a full 3 3-pointers made, and over 1 steal and just under 1 block. So they've really been having a lot of success against Miami here. So getting back to Bogdanovic, 18.5 points. It's minus 115. He's done it in his last 7 of 10 games. He's also done it in 7 straight road games. They're on the road playing in Miami today. So I like that play quite a bit. The other forward for the Pistons is Sadiq Bey. His line's only 11.5 points. It's also minus 115. He's had tremendous success against the Heat. His last 4 games against Miami, he's scored 13, 23, 26, and 15. He's cleared it in every single game. His last game on Sunday night, he had 24, so he's hot. He's also done this in 3 or 4 games this season on the road with 1 day rest, which is his situation tonight. So he's had success, great success against Miami. It's a nice low line. So we're going with that. Saddiq Bey over 11.5 points. I also like his rebound line. Dave, I think Dave would like this, though he might have something against. I think Saddiq Bey is the guy who he doesn't like his rotation with the Pistons. How he comes out and then goes back in the 4-minute mark. So it can be a little frustrating if you're waiting on some of these counting stats to get an over or something like that. But anyway, his line on rebounds is 2.5. It's minus 175, but I'd actually even be okay at 3.5. So you could look at an adjusted line there, maybe get some plus money. Also, his last 4 games against Miami, he's cleared in all 4. He had 3, 10, 4, and 5. He's cleared this line in his last 4 of 5 and his last 8 of 10 overall. He's cleared it in 9 of 10 games on 1 day rest. And he's also done it in his last 4 of 4 games on 1 day rest on the road. So lots of compelling stuff. He had 7 of 9 road games this season, his last 5 road games. So he's crushing this number, 2.5. Also might think about putting these two together. Probably get it up to, close to plus 250 around there, plus 200. And keep in mind, you could go up to 3.5 on this line, and I would still be pretty comfortable with it. So that's it for Bay. I do have more. Loving Detroit tonight for some reason. Marvin Bagley, Dave and I have been on him. He's getting some extended run with Cade Cunningham out of the lineup, yeah. So his line is 11.5 points. He's done this in his last 7 of 8 overall. He's also done it in 7 straight games on 1 day rest, and 4 consecutive road games. So that is also very nice, a nice low line. We like that. His rebounds are 6.5. He's done this in his last 4 of 5, 4 out of 5. And in 3 of those 4 games, he had 13 rebounds, 10 rebounds, and 12 rebounds. So I like the 6.5. I like the over on that. But taking into account that he got to double digits in 3 of his last 5 games in terms of rebounds, I wanted to look at a Bagley double-double tonight. And it's plus 600, and I like it a lot. The Saddiq Bey, the Isaiah Stewart double-double is like plus 300. You're getting double the odds, plus 600 on Bagley. I think he's got a very good shot of getting there. You got Miami on the back-to-back. They're going to be tired, haven't been playing well. There should be some extra rebounds to go around. So that's where we're at on Miami, Detroit. And the last game of the night, I don't like doing these intros, is the Mavericks taking on the Nuggets in Denver. You have Dallas getting 5 points, and that's where the sharp money is. Keep in mind, Dallas is on a back-to-back. They played last night, and they're also on the road, which, as Dave has brought to our attention a couple times over the last week or so, Dallas, the road woes for the Mavs continue, and we'll see. I'm kind of on Dallas in this game. Even without the points, I kind of have a feeling they might win this outright. But The over-under is 222.5. Sharps are on the under. I couldn't find a lot, as we've mentioned in the past. We kind of like to stay away from playing guys against Dallas because they're very good defensively. The one thing I was able to pick up on based on my updated matchup sheets here is Denver, by far and away, the position who's had the most success against them is point guards. They've allowed 10 impact games by point guards. It's been the most out of any position. So if you look at Luka, I wanted to play Luka based on it being a point guard. But his line gets super high. It's like 31.5, I believe. I think given the Dallas's ineffectiveness on the road and playing a good Denver team, I wanted to back off that high total a bit, but also take advantage of some of the ancillary stats that Luka is known to fill the stat sheet up with, and really should have no problem. So here's what I got. It's a 4-leg parlay. Luka Doncic to score over 27.5 points, to have over 4.5 rebounds, over 6.5 assists, and for over 1.5 3-pointers. I'd put it with a steal too, but you can't do that on FanDuel yet, because his steal numbers, especially on back-to-backs, are very good and recent as well. But it's for another day. But you put those four together: 27.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 2+ threes. It's plus 118. I like that a lot, and I think I'm going to be getting a call from Dave after he watches this, letting me know that he put some money on this bet because he liked this parlay so much. So that's all I got for you today. Hopefully we'll have Dave back tomorrow, bright and fresh and feeling strong. And we'll have another nice big slate tomorrow since we only have the 3 games tonight. So hope this went all right for the first solo pod, and we'll see you tomorrow. PTM signing off.